So the time is 6:30. Call the meeting to order. First, we'll go through the regular business meeting. Does anybody know Tom had talked about doing the invocation? Do you know if he's still planning on coming? Anyone want to do the flag?
I'll do the flag.
Dave will do the flag.
If you lose your voice, I'll be back.
Oh, thank you.
Under ceremonial matters, the Georgia Municipal Association asked to come tonight to do a presentation to Brett Harrell, so they should be here. I guess Randy Meacham's going to be doing that. Then we've got a proclamation for Georgia Cities Week. The minutes. Invited guest Charmin.
Oh, we invited Charmin, huh?
Sorry.
Enjoy the go.
Chairman Nash had asked for some time on our
I went all the way
agenda.
together.
Hey, there she is.
Hi, I'm sorry, guys. I
That's
forgot
okay.
my mask in my car. I had to walk
Oh,
the path.
that's all right, that's all right. We're just going through just the initial stuff of the regular meeting, not a big deal. And then Andrew Carnes with Partnership Gwinnett is going to be here just to give an annual update on what Partnership Gwinnett is doing, because it's coinciding with our annual payment that we make to participate with Partnership Gwinnett.
We have confirmed that he is coming.
Okay, good. Then we'll have, under new business, we've got 2 vehicles that we're surplusing. We've got consideration and action on the contract with CHA for intersection design. Any questions there of Butch? Consideration and action or approval of CIS proposal for on-call engineering services. This is Larry Kaiser, who owns CIS. He is a client of mine. I do his corporate and personal tax returns. So the attorneys have instructed it's not a conflict for me, but I'm going to recuse myself from any discussion. So if anybody has any questions on that, I'll walk out of the meeting now. If not, then at the meeting, then I'll recuse myself, and then Dave will take over as Mayor Pro Tem. Okay? And then we have one item D that we'll need to add under new business. We received on Friday from the county, we have been going back and forth, the cities have been going back and forth. Y'all that have been on the calls on Tuesdays have heard a little bit about the CARES funding from the government. We finally did get an agreement with the county sent to us on Friday. The city's share at the outset is going to be, what was the number, Butch? 2.9 million, I think.
2.1 million.
2.1 out of our requested 2.9. So Chairman Nash sent this out on Friday. It's the subrecipient agreement, and in it is a resolution for us to pass. That we're accepting the allocation of the funds and that we agree to all of their terms of their agreement, which is that we have to spend the money appropriately, and it gives the format for turning in the expenses to get reimbursed.
It's 2,134,416.
You don't need to state that in the motion.
Just say we're gonna, I've got it if nobody else wants to do it. Approval of Exhibit 1.
Dave's got the terminology for it. So I would ask your support that we get that passed, because we'll have to get this signed and back to the county so that they'll start dispensing some funds to us.
And if she's here, you can just hand it to her, right?
That would be awesome. Yeah, I don't know if she'll stay till the end of the meeting or
Oh,
bug
it's
out
gonna
as
be
soon as she's done. Okay, so that is our agenda. Any questions there? Okay. Butch, any correspondence?
No, ma'am.
City attorneys?
Just need an executive session.
Okay. And then, so we'll move to discussion items. Butch, update of projects?
The The project update list, as we've talked before, is fairly short, but I put a miscellaneous item in there for several things. The town center update that you received last week, I know I put a lot of verbiage in there. I hope you got through all that. This week, we have our bi-weekly winter construction parking deck update call at 10:30 tomorrow. We have a very important meeting on Wednesday afternoon, a legal review meeting, which I think Tony and Chuck will talk about in our executive session. And then we had a very short meeting today with TSW on the 95% construction drawings. We will have a huge paper copy of the 95% construction drawings here at City Hall delivered tomorrow, if anybody wants to look at those. And I can also send out an electronic copy. So those are the meetings that we knew about last week. We also, I think Eric sent out a notice for a potential meeting next week to talk about bond issue and budget. And we, in checking with Blake Sharpton and Bill Camp, they were available on Wednesday. But it's very important that we have everybody here. So I just need to know your availability. Blake had a later meeting, so I think we were wondering if everybody could get here by 5:30 next Wednesday. Todd, I think you might have had a conflict.
Well, I'm not sure yet. I have a project that's outstanding and I'm waiting to hear back from the clients.
Okay.
As soon as I know, I'll.
Is everybody else available at 5:30? And then we're probably going to send around some other dates. There's the next couple of weeks, we're going to be hit kind of hard with a lot of work sessions, especially called work sessions for reviewing agreements. So what I thought is we could set up a tentative schedule of dates that if you guys could hold those dates open, and if we don't need a meeting.
Could we just try to combine as much as that as possible?
Yep. Yeah, but some of it's not gonna
Right.
come in very well for doing that. So, and it's gonna be a lot of technical stuff, so. But we thought we'd go ahead and get everybody at least to block off some different nights, and then hopefully we won't need all of the ones that we get blocked off.
And if anybody's going to be out of town, it's September 28th now. Our target is the council meeting on October 26th to have all the legal documents in place and understood by everybody. So if you have any times you're going to be out of town between now and then, please let us know.
So on the 26th, we're going to have 2 rezonings. We're going to have the UDO, and we're going to have this too.
Big meeting.
All right, so eat before you get here.
But if we have those
Meetings of
called
old, we
meetings,
won't be done till 11 o'clock.
if we have those called meetings and everybody's on the same page with the documents, they should go pretty quickly. So, but anyway, once again, we're still holding positions. We got a good July financial statement, and this is very good news tonight, where we'll be receiving dollars back for payroll expenditures. So things are looking good for amending the budget in a positive way towards the halfway part of the year. The 2020 census, we're still hanging in there. We're above where we were 10 years ago. The big jump this week was in the personal outreach where the census takers have been out. So, and everybody's making a big push on the last few days of this month, and I think there's some legal decisions which might extend it out a little bit longer. The UDO Planning Commission went very well. the other night. Nobody was in attendance from, from the public. We know what the adoption schedule is, and hopefully we'll have some interested folks come to the October meetings, but we'll see. Commercial property code, Johnny, the Greenway contractor, Dickerson, as soon as they cut the trees down on the other side of the fence for a part of the trail, Johnny Green was calling saying, "Why are these people cutting these trees down?" Sometimes, I mean, they're right there, they can't be everywhere all the time, but just getting that call, they noticed that. We've got to do a little work at Park West, so we still have, I appreciate everybody letting us know of the issues you see out there.
I noticed that car wash we've talked about is up for sale now.
Yes,
You know, the one on
it is.
78.
We put a little pressure on them. And you probably noticed the new car wash and the color of it.
Oh, yeah, I can't miss it.
I think Barbara's had some conversations, and Dave has, and so landscaping will be key. Under miscellaneous, the group health update. I have some numbers that I'm going to look at tonight. We have a 9 o'clock meeting in the morning. We will have to switch carriers. The current carrier wanted a 59.8% increase.
Wow.
Just say 60.
By talking with some other folks and negotiating a little bit, we feel like we can get down to somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 to 7% with United Healthcare. United Healthcare, I know a lot of people who have them as a supplemental carrier on their Medicare.
We
like
have
them
it for our primary care.
Really?
Yeah, and it's good. I've been on, yeah.
I have it.
Okay.
United Healthcare's
Well,
good.
we've gotten good feedback, and they have a couple of new offerings, a fusion program where they actually provide you, it's a basic Fitbit, but you put it on,
Right.
your movement is monitored, and you could earn $1,500 a year into an HRA account.
Kurt and I do that.
Okay.
You know, you have to walk a certain number of steps a
Yeah.
day, and you have to walk,
So that's why Riley goes up.
I walks Riley.
So it's we feel, right now, we feel pretty good about that. We're gonna
They
try to close
also-
the deal.
I don't know, we get reimbursement for certain preventive services in the form of, like, I think an Amazon gift card or something like that for, like, a wellness visit, an eye exam, those kind of things.
Okay. Well,
I don't know if they do that.
they are big into health fairs. We're getting them to contribute a pretty good amount of money for a real health fair where real testing is done. And I wish we could do something with our deductibles that I think are high. But it's, given where we've been the last couple of years, we're lucky to have them come in. And I hope we can do more as time goes by with lowering deductibles and helping employees a little bit more. The CARES Act request, this was on Thursday. I did not know it was going to come in, so it's been done. And I think Councilmember Schultz had asked a question about Snellville Pavilion. I put in front of you basically the calls that we have answered this year. Roy has calls all the way back to 2017. I didn't put all of that there, but I wanted to give you an update as far as the stops and what we've done in 2020. And Chuck was just mentioning the one outstanding court case is a citation the code enforcement wrote to Texas Roadhouse, and they're waiting on a court date. So I think the plan we put in place is working about as well as it could. The police department is doing a great job monitoring. Johnny and code enforcement is following up. It's just it's a difficult situation to bat 1,000 on, but I think we're doing pretty well. And I think that's all I had on.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Okay, then we'll go to support of new business, ribbon cuttings.
We have had COVID has affected a lot of things. Obviously, one of the things that's been affected is our dealings with new business, with existing business. People are not getting together as much. And Brian and I, we had a conversation a couple of weeks ago about, where do we need to spend our time? What do we need to be concentrating on? And the subject of ribbon cuttings and grand openings came up. This is one visible outreach that the city can do and go out, see businesses, new businesses, and have a positive impact on it. I think it's important that we keep that going and we kind of re-energize it. We've got, Brian, what's coming up? I know we've got the old Wendy's and the new Wendy's.
Yep, there's the chick salad, and the new Wendy's. We're gonna have the car wash coming up. Obviously, the Grove is gonna be having business after business. So what we try to do is just kind of, I let Neely know, any new business that comes to town, please give us the contact information, and instead of having them request it, maybe we can be a little proactive and go after them themselves and kind of get an introduction of what the city can do for businesses, especially in this time. Eric and I will make an effort to kind of reach out a little bit more and make sure that, we say, here's a ribbon cutting, here's our city officials, here's the services we offer. Some have gotten past this, I think, that they didn't have ribbon cutting, but.
Yeah. Well, we just we need your help when you can be there. We'll get the word out. I got to commend Roy and Greg. You guys come to grand openings, I tell you, and people love seeing law enforcement. Kelly McAleenan, they love hearing about stat and everything the stat's going on. These are things that make our city look good, and so we're gonna keep pushing there. And I know I've kind of co-opted Eric into helping an awful lot on the Grove. It is economic development in the big picture, but it's taken a lot of his time. And as I said in the memo the other day, we wouldn't be where we are on the town center without Eric's help. So this is something that we'll all do together as far as the business outreach. So I just wanted to just take a second and go over that.
Okay. All right. Well, that'll end our work session then. We're at 10 to 7, so you want to go ahead and do
Might as well, we've got 40 minutes.
what we can in the exec session. Okay, during the work session of the mayor and city council of Snellville, Georgia, Mayor Bender announced that certain matters should be discussed in a closed session of the meeting, and council advised the city with respect to closing the meeting. City Attorney Tony Powell advised the city of